and welcome to PrepEve, where we revolutionize how you prepare for IELTS. After a huge gap, we have finally completed our writing section. Just a few sections of vocabulary and spellings are left, which we'll be doing simultaneously, and today onwards we'll be starting with our reading section. So let's start with the tips. Let's have a look at the top 10 tips that you should keep in your mind while you're attempting your reading section. Number one, and I cannot stress enough, this is the most important tip: time management. There are 40 questions in your reading task and you have to complete it within 1 hour. And if you don't manage your time well, you might not be able to complete all 40 of them, and that would become the biggest blunder of losing out on your band score just because you weren't able to complete and not because you weren't able to comprehend the passage. So make sure you manage your time well. Take a stipulated amount of time for each of these sections. Divide your time, section 1, section 2, section 3. Each passage should have say 15 to 20 minutes and not more than that. Apart from that, a good strategy is to start from the last section, since the difficulty increases from first section towards the third section, so you can perform better in your easier passage 1 in the end. So it's a good idea to start from passage 3, then come to passage 2, and even if you have like 15 or 10 minutes left in the end to attempt your section 1, you will be able to do it better because that is going to be the easiest passage in your test. So this is how we will be managing time. Also, while you practice, you need to time yourself. If you don't time yourself in your during your practice sessions, you will not be able to do better in your test. So it's important to prepare in the same manner as you would be appearing in your test. Number 2, read the questions first. Right from our school days, I guess we all have been doing and following this strategy of reading the questions before we jump to the passage. So that is what we have to do. Why do we have to read the questions first? Reading the passage, which is say super duper lengthy, would take a lot of time, and all the paragraphs in your passage would not even consist of the question or the answer being asked to you. So we'll read the questions first, then we'll underline the keywords in those questions. We'll think of the synonyms of those keywords and paraphrase that particular sentence or question, and then start skimming and scanning our passage. So this is what is our strategy going to be like. Read the questions first, look for the keywords, underline them, think of the synonyms, paraphrase the question, look for the same paraphrased sentence or the similar keyword in your passage while you are skimming. Skimming basically gives you the idea of the content of the passage. What is the passage all about? Whereas scanning is the ability to locate the answer in the passage. So while you skim, you will understand where the keywords are, and you can underline the keywords in your passage as well. When it comes to scanning, you will be locating the answer of the particular questions that you have read in the first place. So this is how we do it in the beginning. After that, one major important thing is that you do not have to look at the timer unnecessarily. Don't get stressed out, don't get anxious just because you have the timer projector in front of you. You keep looking at the time reducing second by second. Don't waste your time, don't unnecessarily get stressed out or anxious that, oh my god, I've just done one question and it's already been 10 minutes. Don't worry, just see the timer maybe after completing 5 questions so that you stay on time and don't lose out on your questions in the end. The answers appear in the same order. Yes, this is one of the most important tips. The answers of the questions are in the same order as they are asked. So if the first question is located in the first paragraph of your passage, then the second question and the fourth question is located in the fourth paragraph, then chances are that second and third question are in between those two questions. So it's easier for you to locate. For example, you have completed your first question, second question, but you are very doubtful about the location of your third question. However, you have done your fourth and fifth question. So definitely your answer is going to be between your second and fourth question locations. So wherever you have found your answer to the second question and to the fourth question, in between those lines in your passage, you will be able to find your answer to the third question. Answer can be written in both capitals or small. You have to pick one of them. If you have started writing in capitals, all your answers should be in capitals. If you have started writing in smalls, all your answers should be in small. But one more thing, if it's a fill in the blanks question and the blank is in the beginning of the question, so you'll obviously be writing the first letter in the capital. Okay, for example, it's the, you have to write it in capital if it starts in the beginning of the sentence. Second exception would be in case of names of persons or places or cities, you will have to write the first letter of that particular place or name of that person in capital. Apart from that, the rest of the word remains in the small letters. So you don't have to worry about writing in capitals or smalls. Just write in a legible handwriting. It should be clear to the examiner whatever you have written. 8th, check whether your answer fits the sentence. Yet again, an important point. Here, whenever there's a fill in the blank question or something similar to that, you have to pick the answer, put it in the sentence and read it whether it's making sense. Sometimes the word might be correct, but the formation might change. For example, the passage says swim, but in the sentence you have to write swimming. So the answer in itself is correct, but the formation of the verb changes. Okay, so it becomes a verb. Next is spellings and singular and plural. Yet again, when you have written your answer on your answer sheet, make sure that you have enough time to check for your spellings. You don't want to make the silly mistake of writing the correct answer but getting it wrong because of the silly mistakes in your spelling. And also singular and plural. This is yet again similar to checking whether your answer fits the sentence or whether it fits the question asked. Last but not the least is go with your gut instincts. Do not overthink. Overthinking ruins your answer. The first instinct that you have, the gut instinct that you have, should be followed. More often than not, the instinct that you have would be the correct answer. That's about it for today's 10 tips. I know this was a quick wrap, but these are important. Just stick to them and you would score good. From the next lecture onwards, we'll be dealing with each and every type of question that is being asked in your reading section and will help you out understand those questions and how to attempt them, make up a strategy and give you tips about all of them. Till then, stay tuned with us, like this video if it is of any help, subscribe to our channel to get more such video content, and apart from that, if you want one-on-one personalized coaching from us, please call on the number given below or WhatsApp us.